I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't smash her head against the wall and say I did it. And I did not do it.
Mm-hmm. Just hang tight.
No, he just woke me out of bed, pulled me out by my hair, started kicking me.
On the 17th of July, 2025, officers arrived at a Hilton hotel following a domestic incident report. 2 irreconcilable accounts. 1 arrest. 4 legal questions worth examining closely. Hotel occupancy rights, First Amendment limits, out-of-state warrant procedure, and probable cause.
Hi, sir.
Hands up, don't shoot.
Not.
This is the gentleman in question.
I'm the accused of nothing.
What happened? What brings me here today?
The psychopath called. She is a wanted felon too, by the way.
Okay, well.
I just want my stuff out of the room that I paid for. And I'll get another room. And I'll be happy to go back to Virginia tomorrow.
Okay.
And she can walk back to Connecticut.
You got ID on you?
Yeah. You want to see it?
Yeah.
My passport to the room.
I'm Lynn.
That's a psychopath.
Nice to meet you.
Wanted felon. If you guys have a deal with Virginia, I'll arrest her.
All right, let's just hang tight for a second.
Put her in jail, man.
We're just gonna take a look at all this stuff first. All
Don't
right.
shoot me.
I'm not gonna shoot you. I have no intentions
I've
of
seen
shooting
what
you.
happens to black men with me, George Floyd.
Well, sir, it is based on my training and experience and knowledge, you don't fit the profile of a black male, at least in this
I
state.
identify as one. That's all that matters in America.
Well, I treat all of the individuals I
I'm
interact
just
with
kidding,
fairly.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But she is a felon. Look her up in Virginia.
Okay, just
She's
hang
a
tight.
wanted fugitive.
So she wanted. Are you comfortable talking to me here?
Sure, be
Okay.
happy to tell you. I'm just.
This is for a woman, I feel.
All right, I just need to talk to her first.
Okay. So earlier she came down and asked that I make a key so that he couldn't get back in, and she told me that he had assaulted her. So I complied with that. Her name is on the reservation. He is on there as an additional guest.
It's additional. Okay.
Now I paid.
Would you like me to make you a copy of that?
No, at this point, your input is just fine. That's all I need to know: who's supposed to be there, who rented the room.
Well, that's where it gets a
Officer,
little.
I paid for the room.
He is there as an additional guest. It's irrelevant who paid.
Starting with hotel occupancy, the subject insisted he paid for the room and therefore had the right to enter. The officer's rejection was correct. Under innkeeper law, payment does not determine occupancy. The name on the reservation controls. Hers was on the contract. His was not. The rekey was lawful.
So you guys had a kerfuffle, or just a disagreement, anything?
I paid for a whole trip.
Okay.
Okay. She's lived with me for years, currently in Connecticut.
So you guys have a place in Connecticut together?
No, I own a farm in Virginia, where her warrant is for.
Okay, but you said you guys live together
In Virginia.
in Virginia. I see.
At
Okay.
my farm.
That's your farm.
And she's in Connecticut currently. And I paid for the whole trip. We're going to come down here for one day, then we're going to go to St. Simon's. But I've canceled all her flights, so now she's stuck here. So F her. But no, we didn't really have anything. She irritated me, but that's it. I did not assault her. I did nothing to her. She could make shit up. But look her up. She's a wanted felon, known liar in Virginia. Can you enforce a warrant?
Well, it depends. There are certain conditions.
Unauthorized use of motor vehicle. She
So you guys
She
didn't-
stole one of my trucks. That's what it's for.
I understand that. That's what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying.
No, it's actually a warrant.
I understand what
Within
you
Shenandoah
are saying,
County.
sir. I understand that.
Okay.
But I was trying to answer your question, but you're giving me more information, so it's important that I
Okay,
attend to
okay.
that. And, all right. So
I
if
just-
there was
go
no, you didn't have. You're upset because she annoyed you, and that was the end of that. There was no verbal altercation, or.
I came down here and I went outside, had a cigarette, because I knew what she would do. And I was going to get my stuff, move to another room, go back to Virginia tomorrow morning.
Okay. So.
I'll blow off my vacation to St. Simon.
All right. So at this point, I understand that you just had a disagreement. It was a low level. If a verbal disagreement, there was no physical contact, no yelling, no complaints from anyone
No.
else.
I have not received any other complaints.
I might have called her a name. And you know what name it is. Yeah, you know what name it is.
Okay, so,
It starts with a C, ends in a T.
Okay.
But it counts. It's First Amendment, I think.
well,
It's not assault to call somebody a name.
anyhow,
On the First Amendment, the subject cited it after admitting he called the victim a gendered slur. The Supreme Court held in Cohen versus California in 1971 that offensive speech is generally protected. However, that protection covers speech, not physical conduct. Verbal abuse and battery are separate legal acts.
at this point, it doesn't look like there was anything. It doesn't sound like there was anything.
I don't do anything.
But I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
So you just want to get into another room, and she can have her room.
My
and
room, right,
yeah,
yeah.
well,
The room, I
the room
paid
she's
for.
in,
Yeah.
the room that she's physically occupied.
yes.
And you guys will be fine and dandy. You stay separate from each other.
Yes.
And she'll figure her way back to Virginia as
No,
you will.
Connecticut. Good luck with no
Or
money.
north. Okay, well, just hang tight. We're
But
gonna.
I need you to help me get my stuff, obviously. Yeah.
Oh, you just want your stuff. Who called me then?
She did.
She called.
She always
Okay.
calls.
Just hang tight. We're doing our whole thing. I do my interview with you. He'll do the interview with
But
her.
she's very convincing.
Because according to your own
I'm gonna end
testimony.
up getting arrested for nothing again.
Well, no, I assure you, I would never arrest you for nothing.
Because she's going to accuse me of everything. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't smash her head against the wall and say I did it. And I did not do it.
Just hang tight.
On the out-of-state warrant, the subject pressed officers to detain the victim on a Virginia warrant. The Uniform Criminal Extradition Act governs this area. Without database confirmation and proper extradition authorization, officers are not empowered to detain on that basis alone.
Hopefully we get this cleared up.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, ma'am. I'm Officer Heidi.
I'm Lynn.
Lynn, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Just can you give me a recap of what's happening? And
David's got serious problems. He's been working on them. He's a recovering alcoholic.
has he been drinking tonight?
I don't know. Usually I know when he is, and I sensed it tonight when I got here. 'Cause he wobbles.
Yep, and I can. I have some suspicions, but first and foremost, was there a verbal altercation?
No,
Was there a physical altercation?
no, he just woke me out of bed, pulled me out by my hair, started kicking me.
Was there
threw
any
me- threw me
injuries?
into the hallway.
Do you have any?
It would be, well, you're not going to see them now,
Well, right.
but
no,
it's the right leg. I was in the hallway, crouched down, and he kept kicking me, and he pulled me by my hair. He's never been physical with me.
He's saying he just he knows that you guys are in discord again. He just wants to get a separate room and leave you be, get some sleep, and then go from there.
That'd be fine,
Is that fine?
as long as he leaves me alone.
Okay.
But this came out of nowhere. And
So he kicked you in the leg, but
Yes.
I don't want to,
Pulled me
did you
by
see
the
any
hair,
bruising?
threw me into
Is there
the hallway.
any injuries on your hair that,
no,
on your
I mean,
head?
It's
did
it'll
he grab
probably-
you anywhere or
Yep. By my hair.
by your hair only? Okay.
Threw me into the hallway and,
And you
kept
don't have-
kicking me. He kept
Kicking
kicking
you
me
in the hallway.
yes.
Okay.
And you probably will see it on the camera.
So there was a camera nearby. Okay.
Well, I don't know the hotel I was.
I can
in
ask and
has
see
one.
and everything.
You know, but I don't care about that. I just want him to get some help and just stop this. I'll go home because I still live in Connecticut. He lives in Virginia. We lived together in Virginia for about 2 years, and I couldn't take it anymore.
Okay.
He promised me he was getting help, and I said, David, I can't do this. For our age, we should be happy, healthy, normal
Okay.
people. And our father.
Let me see your hands. Those are French manicures? Is that what that is?
No, they need help.
Oh, that's okay. Roll them over on the palm up?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. So, but allegedly, according to you, he had grabbed your hair, and that's how he got you on the floor in the hallway,
And then pulled me into the hallway and kept kicking me.
kicking you.
So based on what I see, he definitely is the aggressor.
Because
saying
he's
this,
drunk.
I would
Yeah.
arrest him.
Can we? So the allegation he dragged her into the hallway and kicked her. That's what you told me. If we have that on video, then That's pretty solid right there.
She's saying we don't have it on video.
She said that.
The guy, he's not saying anything. He's missing the whole from upstairs to here. He's obviously lying. Not going to get out of him.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying it is. She wants to press charges.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
She told me she doesn't want, she wants this to end. That he's not usually like this, and none of that hitting stuff matters.
Well,
and,
then why she calls out here? She calls out here. She said she wanted to on my video saying she wanted to press charges. Now she's just saying that just to. She's been with him for over 30 years.
yeah.
Hasn't been physical. This has been physical. She saw something on her phone. Grabbed her out of the bed. She said she got kicked several times when she was on the ground. So got kicked, got on the ground, and then got kicked several times.
Mm-hmm.
She had to come down here to get him kicked out of the room. He said
room,
he came
right.
down here and there's nothing. So he said he had a verbal argument and that's it.
Here's his mugshot
Okay.
from when he got jailed for threatening to kill me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So here's what I need to do. This is going to be, I'm going to need to see the portions of your leg and take pictures of those.
I can't believe this happened.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm the one who traveled all day long. I didn't even see him until like an hour ago.
All right. So you're currently under detention. You're detained. All right. I'm going to put you in a nice air-conditioned vehicle until we get this this all resolved. So I need you to turn around. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
Handcuff.
Yep. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Thanks, Lynn.
Just go ahead and lean up. Just lean up against that counter for me. Yeah, just go there. Just touch it. That's all I'm looking for. What's that? I'm sorry, I can't hear you at this point. Oh, all right. I'm just gonna put you in the back of my vehicle just for now to hold on to you, so we get more of this settled out. Would it be okay if we get you in like a private area? I want to see if there's any injury there.
Yeah, I'd like to see as well and
Yes.
see if there's some markings and stuff. Is it all the way on the back as well? Or just mostly on the side?
Also right here, he kept kicking me on.
Okay.
Okay.
We have to go with what evidence we have, and your testimony, her testimony. You're
I
not
know you
yelling
always
your bed.
believe the women. Plus, she has nice fake tits, doesn't she? That helps. I know.
No, it has not. That has nothing to do with me. Look, she's got bruising on her leg.
On her leg,
Yeah.
she always has
And she's
bruising.
complaining about it. That's for you to deal with on her, but that's all we have now. She's claimed that you kicked her 3 times on the leg, and the area that she complained about does show bruising.
But she always has bruising. She's going to the hospital for bruising?
Probably not.
I see her in there.
She's in there? That's the EMS.
Oh.
They just make sure that she's good to go. And okay.
Can I get her arrested for a false claim?
You can do that on the back end if you
Can't
so
do it
desire.
right now?
If you not right now. So since we're moving, I'm going to have to put this on here. All right.
Now to the central question. Was there probable cause to make a warrantless arrest? Illinois versus Gates, decided in 1983, established that probable cause requires only a fair probability that a crime occurred, not certainty. Officers had 2 compounding elements here. The victim provided a detailed account of being pulled by her hair and kicked in the hallway. Bruising was observed on her leg precisely where she reported the impact. That is corroboration. United States versus Watson in 1976 confirms that warrantless public arrests are constitutional, where probable cause is present. Both conditions were met. The arrest was constitutionally sound. The subject's claim that she always bruises is a pre-existing condition argument. It belongs in court, backed by medical records not offered verbally at the scene of an arrest. One procedural note: the subject made extensive voluntary statements before any formal detention. Under Miranda versus Arizona, rights advisement is triggered by custodial interrogation, not voluntary speech. Those statements are fully admissible. Once detained, however, further questioning requires advisement. With the legal framework in place, here is how each party performed in this encounter. The male officer receives a B+. His de-escalation was measured, his probable cause determination sound. The one gap: no Miranda advisement was visible on camera at the transition to custody. Officer Lin receives an A-, strong victim separation, systematic injury documentation, and effective rapport under pressure. The critical omission, no formal lethality screening. The victim disclosed a prior incident in which the subject threatened her life, a disclosure that should have triggered a structured danger assessment under domestic violence protocol. The subject, David, receives a C. He complied at the moment of arrest, which is a genuine positive. However, his voluntary admissions, repeated deflections, and an inappropriate remark about the victim in front of investigators collectively eroded his credibility at the worst possible moment. The victim, Lynn, receives a B. Her account was consistent and physically corroborated. Her ambivalence about prosecution, while understandable, may complicate the case going forward. 5 lessons this encounter leaves behind applicable to anyone who finds themselves in a similar situation. Silence is always a legal option. Voluntary statements build prosecutable records against yourself. In a hotel dispute, the name on the reservation carries more legal weight than the card used to pay. Physical evidence will consistently outweigh verbal counter-narratives at the scene of an arrest. In domestic violence response, lethality screening is not a courtesy, it is established protocol. And pointing to a third party's alleged warrant does not redirect an active investigation against you. Let us know if there's an interaction or legal topic you would like us to cover in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and check out Street Bodycam for more police interaction and courtroom content.